Welcome to Sports News Review, Weekend Sports and NFL News. We'll start off with the Canadian world perspective of sports. Okay, we'll go on CBC Sports News and see. That's Canadian women's, eliminated from Women's World Cup after crushing loss to Australia. Olympic champions only needed to draw to advance. It says at Canada's World Cup, Canada unable to overcome ruthless Australian team. Okay, so I I didn't see it this week. I missed it, but looks like Canadian women's was eliminated from the Women's World Cup finals. Okay, now we got the there it is. But on the in women's swimming, it says Summer McIntosh wins gold in 400 meter. It says 400 meter IM, becomes only Canadian swimmer with 4 world titles. Toronto native 16 anchors women 4x100 meter medley relay team to bronze medal. Oh, okay, that was. But she won gold. Okay, but she anchored the bronze medal. But it says Canadian swimmer Summer McIntosh competes in women's 400 meter individual medley heat at the World Aquatics Championship on Sunday in Fukuoka, Japan. Summer McIntosh won her second gold medal and made Canadian history on Sunday at the World Aquatics Championships in Fukuoka, Japan. The 16-year-old from Toronto captured the world title in the women's 400 meter individual medley final for her fourth career gold medal at Worlds, the most by any Canadian swimmer. Nice. Okay, so I guess the next year is coming up, the Summer Olympics. I guess she'll be definitely a hot ticket to be on that team. Okay, let's go to it says other world sports. Let's see. DeGrasse wins 200 meter to deny Brown fifth straight sprint double at track and field nationals. First victory in the distance for 2020 Olympic champs since 2022 outdoor season opener. Wow. Andre DeGrasse, right, edges Aaron Brown, left. That's the picture they're showing. At the finish line of the men's 200 meter final on Sunday at the Canadian Track and Field Championship at Langley, BC. Oh, okay, this is the Canadian Championship, Track and Field Championship. And we still got a year to go before the Olympics, so we'll see then what happens then. Okay, so Andreescu bows out of City Open in first match of hard court session. Okay. There's not much not much in the. Oh, okay. Well, it's just I was just about to say there's not much for anything to do with women's sports or anything to do yet with the world sports, but there's one there's one I caught my eye. It says here that the 26th ranked Canadian beats number 11 Betsy Flint and Julia Scholes of the U.S. Okay, so from left, Toronto duo Brandy Wilkerson and Melissa Humana Padres won their second gold medal of the beach volleyball season with a win over number 11, which Betsy Flint and Julia Scholes of the U.S. on Sunday. Oh, cool. Okay, so there's two Canadian women that won, and here I'll show you really quickly what they look like. So that's what the pair looks like, but looks like they're jumping for joy. That's the one on the left was Brandy Wilkerson, and then on the one on, I guess, well, it depends on how it looks on the screen. Well, it's hard to tell. Right now it's hard to describe. They're both wearing the same uniform. And the other one is Melissa Humana Paradis. On the screen, it looks like it's going to be on your left, and the other one is going to be on your right. So the Toronto dual pair win gold at the was it the Montreal Elite 16 event? Wow, courtesy of Volleyball Canada or Volleyball World. Oh, okay. So the the 26th ranked Canadians led in most statistical departments as well. 34, 38, 34 in attacks, 5, 3 in blocks. That's all the statistics that appear. Only a true beach volleyball fan knows what the meaning of all that is. But the main thing is that they won gold, which is nice. And going on to just when I thought it was over, is there any other sporting news over the weekend that involves Canadian? Anything Canadian? Not. I don't really see much here. No, I don't see anything. Okay. The Verstappen wins Belgium. Was that last week? Belgian Grand Prix for 8 consecutive win. Wait, was this last week or this week? How many days ago was this? Oh, July 30. Oh, wow. Okay, folks, we have a huge problem if this is what I think the problem is. Is this Verstappen? There's nothing stopping him from winning. Verstappen wins Belgian Grand Prix for 8th consecutive win, beating teammate Perez. Is, does anybody outside the F1 world actually care? Because it's really looks pretty boring. It's because he's the defending Formula One champion Max Verstappen enters the mid-season break in unstoppable form after emphatically winning the Belgian Grand Prix. Now, if it means emphatic, that must mean that like took first place and never gave it up. It sounds like that's what it sounds like. Oh boy, oh boy. Verstappen is 125 points ahead of Perez after just 12 races, and his next target is matching Sebastian Vettel's F1 record of 9 straight wins with a. Oh, I hate when that happens. And it goes. Okay, an advertisement came on and it just. Okay, changed the screen a bit. Okay, so it's 9 straight wins with a victory at the Dutch GP when the lopsided season resumes August 27th. Oh, wow. There's like the whole month of August, there's no F1 races for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I didn't know that. Wow. So Leclerc started on pole ahead of Perez with Hamilton and Ferrari's Carlos Sanchez behind them. Rookie Oscar Piastri was on the next row along Verstappen, who was the fastest in Friday's qualifying but took a 5-minute grid penalty for a gearbox change. Okay. Technical stuff. But here's what it looks like so far. I don't know if I could reach. I don't know if this will reach out there. No, I can't. I won't be able to get it on the screen here. Last year, Verstappen went won from 14th, so it felt from 6th, and once the overtook Perez on lap 17 to 44 of his 45th career win was seemingly inevitable. It doesn't sound exciting to me, but we'll see what happens in the future of this sport. Because if you want, I don't know, do you really call auto racing? I know it's tough. I know. I don't know. I mean, it's an auto sport. I mean, it's not. Okay. Oh, there's shot put. Sarah Minton Golden in shot put at Canadian National Trials. Wow, there's shot put trials. I never seen any of that. I didn't see any of that. But it could have been on CBC Sports. I've never bothered to look at CBC Sport. I just never bothered to look at CBC Sports on the weekend when I'll just look at the TSNs and the Sportsnet. And I keep forgetting that CBC might have some sports on the weekend. And I kind of just glance down to just take a look and see what's on. But I just totally forget that they have sports on. Oh, back to okay. There's still another unusual sport here. Let's see. Back-to-back win leads Canadian women to quarters. A 3x3 basketball stop in Edmonton. Okay, they're in Edmonton. They did the three by three basketball stop in Edmonton. What did they play? Like it looks like some kind of weird, huge stadium. You could play. You could have did this in Edmonton Mall for. Yeah, yeah. It looks like they just did some kind of pavilion where it's like a temporary huge roof over top. Yeah, because it's such a small court, such a small crowd. Yeah, it was easy to put a roof over it, like a canopy over this thing. Uh, it's the FIBA 3x3 women's series. Edmonton versus no, sorry, in Edmonton, Canada versus Poland. Oh, okay, cool. It's 3x3 basketball coming to a town near you, I guess. And going switching gears here in CFL action. Okay, this is a game I did a live cast with the Hamilton Tiger Cats beat the Ottawa Red Blacks 16-12, and boy Levi Mitchell left the game and he has a broken leg, and I don't know. It's kind of weird how I don't know what he was doing on that short yardage play and why wasn't he subbed in for that. Just that was weird. I mean, well, and then after that, it was the next day was the Argonauts beat the Rough Riders soundly. The Argonauts are unstoppable. Looks like they're gonna be in there pretty. There looks really good for them. And this another team that's really good this year. The BC Lions beat the Edmonton Elks 27-0. The Elks now officially hold the record of the losingest pro franchise in North America, beating the St. Louis Browns of baseball back before they were the Cardinals. This is how long ago. We're talking a record that stood for a long time. The St. Louis Browns baseball team. So it's 2023, and they beat the Saint. They took this long for that record to hold. Now, I I can imagine if there's still any St. Louis Browns fans left out there. If they got to be happy. I mean, there's a actual sports team, and they've been going on before. The Edmonton Elks is an old franchise, like in far as like compared to other NFL teams. They've been around for a long time, and they've had before they were the Elks, it was the other, it was the Edmonton, Inuit team. They were named after Inuits, but uh, I mean, like with Warren Moon at the time, it was. I mean, they had such a really, and they still had a good team after Warren Moon, and wow, it just really went downhill there. But the BC Lions looks like, and this is my guess for CFL Grey Cup preview. I'm gonna think it's the BC Lions and the Toronto Argonauts. We'll see. It's supposed to be in Hamilton. If I remember, it's in Hamilton this year, and well, we'll see. But I got a feeling it's going to be those two teams. Well, that's the big take from that game is that we know BC is crushing it this year, but the Elks, wow, they just couldn't do much against that defense. They couldn't even get a field goal or a Rouge. Okay, and then this is the game I watched the other night also, which the Calgary Stampeders was they lost to Alouettes, but first it was the rain. Oh, sorry, not rain delay. Sorry, weather delay. There was the weather delay, and after that, game continued, and it was like the Stamps had its they they had their moments. They could have really they could have came close and won it, but I mean they just a few errant passes, and I mean Jake Mayer, it's his first full year, and I can't blame. I can't. I know some people are listening to others on the live stream, not my live stream, another person's live stream, and saying, "Oh, I don't know if Jake Mayer is good enough." He's on. It's only his first year. Give him a break. Give the person a break. He just took over from Bo Levi Mitchell. They're they're banking on him being the future, and I mean, he's he his magical moments with Jake Mayer I see once in a while, and it's just it happens. Interceptions happen, and we don't find out till much later. Like, was it a was it just overthrown? Or did the receiver make the wrong cut? Into the made. We don't know yet. So, but I just say to that. I was gonna say to that person that it's only his first year. Just hold off first. I mean, uh, give Jake a chance, and because I well you held the Alouettes to 25 points. I mean, just it's just a matter of time before the Stampeders find their way again. Because they're a good team. They should be a good team. But Elks, that's a different category when you're talking Alberta. Now, and of course, we still have Winnipeg. Winnipeg was off the bye this week, and yeah, that's another like that's I should have said it earlier. I forgot about Winnipeg earlier. I gotta take that back. Now, I'm gonna say the Western Final is gonna be the BC Lions and Winnipeg Jets, or yeah, that's what I see. BC Lions, Winnipeg Jets, and of course one of those two teams should be playing the Toronto Argonauts in the Grey Cup, and we'll go with now. Now I'm going to go to NFL news. All right, let's go to the NFL news. Okay, let's see. Just going to looks like just generic sports NFL news here. Okay, report. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones says Zach Martin holdout will have consequences. Okay. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones isn't budging when it comes to the contract standoff with guard Zach Martin. When asked by reporters on Saturday what needs to happen for the situation with Martin to get resolved, Jones said, according to John Machota of The Atlantic, nothing. He'll come to camp when he comes to camp. There's no resolution. There are a lot of consequences if he doesn't. He's been on top of the money all the way through, drafted high, and got a lot of money, over the years. It's just hard to get it all. The bottom line is nothing needs to happen. Okie dokie. Why does Jerry Jones just say anything? I can't. I just, I, I, I don't know. Why does Jerry Jones need to say anything? He just says it's. I would just give the just. If I was the owner of the NFL team like that, well, of course I'm not. But just the generic answer of we're in negotiations and we'll see what happens from there, and we'll see what happens when the first real day of preseason happens instead of training camp. Training camp is no big deal. I mean, he's a veteran. He knows the score. Here's the one I like to report on right now because it's really hot and funny. Okay, now it says Broncos coach Sean Payton regrets criticizing predecessor Hackett. Own GM. I was gonna say that too. Why did he do that for? I don't. Now he's like Broncos coach Sean Payton said Friday he regrets disparaging his predecessor in an interview in which he called the work Nathaniel Hackett and his staff did in Denver last season one of the worst coaching jobs in the NFL, and said there were 20 dirty hands around Russell Wilson's career's worst season. Yeah, it was not well thought out. Just you have I he has a Super Bowl ring, of course, with New Orleans, but that was then. This is now, and just should just, of course, no. But if you don't have people like Sean Payton and Jerry Jones, you don't have. Then you really get the super vanilla NFL news. Nothing fun to report on. But that says here now. Now he says this is Sean Payton, the coach of Denver Broncos, now saying, "Listen, I had one of those moments when I still had my Fox hat on and not my coaching hat on. Okay, give him a buy. I'll give him a pass on that one. He needs to personally go apologize to over the phone to Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, this is like it's not about money here. I mean, these guys, these people, like everybody, they make a lot of money, and it's just about like there was like wow, that was unnecessary. I mean, I don't know. It's just it, what if it goes wrong in the first game for Sean Payton, and it's like like they could say, "Whoa, you're not doing any better." So like I'm saying is that like yeah, it's best just don't even say anything. Just go out in the season and see what happens. But the thing is, yeah, I'm reading more of it now, and then I forgot about this part. When I read it, I think I read a little bit earlier. In the interview, Payton also took position. He took pot shots at Jets who hired Hackett as offensive coordinator and criticized Broncos general manager George Patton and the team president for allowing Hackett and staff to give Wilson so much free reign, including having his personal quarterback coach with him at team headquarters. You know, eh, well, well, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it. I'm reading some more of it, and it's mostly just Sean Payton being apologetic, saying, you know, I over just did it too much. Wow. And then, actually, reading the other story now about it's Aaron Rodgers, uh, Nathaniel Hackett's offensive coordinator. Source: Aaron Rodgers takes pay cut, signs 2 year $75 million deal with Jets. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. To say a pay cut, like whatever. Wow, that I I I would say 95%, not more like 99% of this anyone ever listening in on this video wouldn't even make as much as he was getting get cut. The rest, how much of a pay cut he took, we wouldn't even make that much in our life. I wouldn't even make that in 10 lives. We're that's there's the have and have nots when it comes to like, but I don't. We're not we're not in football season yet, so we're just gonna be. It's mostly gonna be talking about money. I guess money is important. But well, some would say, I guess it's not that important to Aaron Rodgers if he's willing to take a pay cut. But we're that's not like wow, like his pay cut. I couldn't even imagine a quarterback in the early '80s, late '90s, early '90s and late '80s, or even let's not even go over the '70s. If we know that problem. But like they didn't even $75 million. They didn't even see that. The wow, I don't think there's $75 million is like 2 years, like for Aaron Rodgers in today's world to make $75 million in 2 years. Uh, I don't know. There's I remember a time in the '80s when they made a big deal about the first NFL. Or is it? Well, no, it was the USFL. It was giving Herschel Walker $1 million was a big deal back then. $1 million a year for a star like Herschel Walker. That's when running backs ruled the football world. But now you got to remember that was the name, and it was just to bring some eyeballs to the USFL signing a Herschel Walker. Let's not kid ourselves. Like he was still a good running back. I mean, for the time, like for his time, uh, Herschel Walker, with the offensive strategies was, was primo. Herschel Walker would be just the exception of getting paid. In today's world, Herschel Walker would still be a valuable player, but if his services decline in his later years, just by a little bit, that's when it becomes a problem. And Emmett Smith, like today's world, yeah, you'd want an Emmett Smith, but but what a huge pay cut they would have to take in their ninth and 10th year if their services aren't as like when they were young, because the running back position is the it's the ultimate plug and play without being a special player like a specialty player like a punter or a field goal kicker. Now, yeah, those could be like I think I could use this analogy, not to be cruel or mean, but it's like if someone adopts a 15-year-old horse or even an 18-year-old horse, and this young person in the family going, "Oh wow, we got a horse," and the father could say, "Well, don't get too close to it. Try not to get too attached," because well, that's what it. We understand I understand the joke. I mean, for like the NFL kicker or punter. So, oh, you got a new kicker. We got a new place kicker. Well, try not to get too attached because they can disappear. Or a punter, even a punter could disappear after a couple of bad punts. But usually kickers go first before punters because kickers are very, very performance based on what have you punted. I'm sorry, what have you kicked lately? And look at the situation. What happened with Dallas and Mahar? Oh, he has the leg, but it's some reason they're just being just something spooking them to kick it a little wide all the time because that is definitely a football leg. I mean that a kicker's leg that he could that the oh wow when he even when he kicks like a 40-yard field goal, it's it's almost like it's going to go good for 70 yards, but accuracy is just as important as distance. If certain you, you know what I mean. It's like well, accuracy is so important. Okay, this one just caught my corner. This one caught the corner of my eye, and it says going back to the Cowboys. It's, for some reason they're showing a picture. Something for some reason they're showing a picture of another team, but it says Cowboys running back Ronald Jones suspended 2 games for violating the NFL's performance enhancing drug policy. That's PED, and it's in Oxnard, California, which is kind of I figured that one out. Dallas Cowboys running back Ronald Jones on Monday was suspended for the first 2 games of the season for violating the NFL's policy on performance enhancers. Jones is eligible to participate in practices at training camp and the preseason games. Jones was on the field Monday on the Cowboys as the Cowboys started their second week of camp. Jones, who turns 26 Thursday, signed with Dallas as a free agent in the offseason. He was a second round pick by Tampa Bay in 2018. Oh, okay, that's why they're showing the picture of Tampa Brady handing off to him in a Tampa Bay uniform. I was kind of wondering what's going on there. I totally forgot he was on Tampa Bay. Okay, I'm always thinking Leonard Fournette when I think of running back in Tampa Bay. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to look to see. Of course, they're never gonna say what kind of substance it is. The performing enhancing substance. I don't know if it was like I'm new to the game of like HGH is a human growth hormone. I'm always thinking steroids. See, that's the reason why I say that. Like I know what it is. Is it like because I'm from old ways? Is it like steroids or HGH, human growth hormone? But they don't. Yeah, so 2 days. That's all it is. This doesn't seem too bad. 2 games for something that used to be kicked out for long time, much longer. Okay, it says there that 49ers confident contract dispute with Nick Bosa will be resolved soon. Okay, the San Francisco 49ers held their first padded practice Monday without their most important defensive player and little indication that Nick Bosa will end his holdout and join the team soon. Okay, we'll see what happens there. The 49ers have a strong history of rewarding their own stars, giving lucrative contract extensions the past 3 summers to tight end George Kittle, linebacker Fred Warner, and receiver Deebo Samuel. Bo's contract should top all of those after he won Defensive Player of the Year in 2022 and has consistently been one of the top defensive ends of the league when healthy since being drafted second overall in 2019. Okay. Ooh, by holding out a camp, Bosa is fined, subject to fines of 40,000 a day and could be fined a game check for each exhibition game he misses. But because he's still on a rookie deal, the 49ers have the option of waiving those fines, which Lynch said the team plans to do. I get that one 100%. You know, we're talking minuscule amount of money here, and compared to what he's going to get in the future, even after, and like, yeah, it's well, they want to play hardball with him, then he'll just move on after his rookie, as they say, after his rookie deal. After his rookie deal, he'll just want to move. He'll just want to move on then and go somewhere else. So that's not what they want. They don't want that to happen. So yeah, it looks like they won't waive. They won't. They won't. They'll waive his. I'm sorry. They will waive his fines. Oh, this. I. Sorry to stumble there. I was looking at this one and kind of like, oh, is he out for? Oh, he's okay. He only injures. Okay, it says Browns Tim Patrick injures left Achilles after missing last year with torn right ACL. So the left Achilles was injured, but after missing last year with a torn ACL, that's scary as it is. The Denver Broncos have braced themselves for a second straight season without their steadiest wide receiver and locker room leader after Tim Patrick was carted off the field with a left Achilles tendon injury Monday, almost a year after tearing his right ACL at training camp. Oh, that's not good. I mean, Denver's got enough problems as it is, and you got Sean Payton just mouthing off about former coaches, and this happens. The injury happened right in front of head coach Sean Payton, who was watching Patrick make an adjustment from a previous route. No, that hurts. That just hurts. It just hurts. After being carted off, Patrick entered the Broncos facility on crutches, keeping weight off his leg. Oh, yikes. Patrick is known for a strong work ethic and no nonsense approach. Uh, but it's just not working out though. Okay. Okay, here's another weird not it's not an injury. It's a Colts rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson misses practice following nose surgery, and it's not as bad as it sounds. It looks. It's just, Indianapolis Colts rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson missed Friday's practice and could sit out again Tuesday after undergoing nose surgery. Before practice, team officials announced the former Florida star had a procedure to correct his nasal septum. Richardson was the fourth overall pick in April's NFL draft. Okay, so here it is from the Indianapolis Colts. Uh, Anthony Richardson had a procedure on his nose to correct his nasal septum. He will miss practice today, and depending on how he feels, we expect him to return tomorrow. Okay, Uh, okay, so they were going to do full practice with the equipment on today, full equipment on today, and I guess they happened. It's not. I wouldn't be too scared. That doesn't sound scary. Oh yes, the Jonathan Taylor, and then it says about the Jonathan Taylor dispute. Oh yes, Richardson's absence comes at the same time the Colts and 2021 NFL rushing champ Jonathan Taylor have been embroiled in a public contract dispute. Taylor has not practiced since reporting to training camp last Tuesday when he was put on the physically unable to form list following off-season ankle surgery. Oh, okay. There's a whole mess of things there. And it says the source. Okay, I'll click on that because it says now it says that Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, along with that motorcycle in the background, if you hear it, requests trade after meeting with team owner. Oh wow, that's weird. Okay, so Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor has requested a trade after a person familiar with the situation told the Associated Press on Saturday night. Who is the who is a person familiar with the situation? Uh, wow. Okay, that's just weird. Okay, like the person associated with the situation. That's from Ian Rappaport, but I'm not saying it's him. He just got told sources because his sources told him that because someone like Ian Rappaport won't give away his sources. Sources hashtag Colts star running back Jonathan Taylor has formally requested a trade after meeting with owner Jim Irsay. Okay, that can't be good. I mean, you meet with the owner, your agent, meet with the owner, and then it's like, oh, I after half an hour roughly, I want to trade. I request a trade. That's not good. That's not good. um, do you think the Colts care? I'm not sure. Jim Irsay cares. I don't think he cares. I think he feels that he could probably just get another running back plug and play. I mean, is he trying to tank again? I'm not gonna. We haven't even started the season, and we're already talking if the Colts are tanking. That's not good. That's not a good place to be. I mean, 18 games in a season, 18 tanking games. That sounds pretty bad. Trying to get okay. So and then it says Ursay posted on the X platform, formerly known as Twitter. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna. Okay, the musician formerly known as Prince kind of joke, but that was different. That was because contract dispute. He couldn't use his name Prince anymore for a while. I couldn't, but that's why he said, okay, the artist formerly known as Prince, but and but this whole Twitter thing, I have no idea what happened here. I don't want to stray too far from the article, but I don't even care about Twitter. I'm lucky to do one video a week, a sports news review. I was thinking, like, does sports news review need a Twitter account? Nah, it could survive mightily fine without it because it doesn't. I really don't expect any followers, and I don't expect anybody to even listen. It, I don't expect anybody even hear this, watch this video, or listen to this video most likely. And it's kind of looking silvery on the laptop camera. It's be- it's because the sun's getting a little. Uh, Now we're getting into the August. It's gonna be August tomorrow, and maybe I should go grab this light here. Let's see, just grab this portable light here just to see if that makes it better. Ooh, too bright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, what? Okay, that's better. But how am I gonna hold this? Where can I put you, magic light? Right here. Okay, let's put it right. Let's put it right there, just to. So it doesn't look so gray on the screen. It was looked like a little grayish on the screen, silverish. Okay, yeah. So Ursay posted on his platform formerly known as Twitter on Wednesday, suggesting some player agents were acting in bad faith by complaining how much running backs earn with a franchise tag definition at the collective bargaining agreement was negotiated in good faith. The 10.1 million price tag is the lowest of any position other than kickers or punters. On Saturday, in front of a capacity crowd at Grand Park in Westfield, a staff member took Taylor to the nearby motorhome. Airsway did not divulge details of the meeting afterward, but did talk about the other former Colt star runners, Marshall Faulk, who was traded after Preston Manning's rookie season in 1998, and Egerton James, who left as a free agent between the 2005 and 2006 seasons. Okay, okay. I'm responsible for everybody on the team, and to look at the cap money as you go forward, or say said, it's a great responsibility, and you try to be as fair as you possibly can be with the whole football team. So again, I'm hopeful. Now the Colts may be looking to move Taylor before he even gets a chance to pick up or the chance to team up rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson. We need to make sure is Taylor is healthy, and we expect we should have an outstanding year, as they said. And it says EJ Speed, linebacker, had the same surgery and is doing well, was in the process, and we want to make sure Jonathan is 100%. Okay. 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 We don't. That's one of those things you're not sure. Okay. This. Okay. News. Broncos KJ Hamler step away for treatment of heart issue. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that was. Okay. This is news. This This happened 4 hours ago. The Denver Broncos depth chart at wide receiver took a significant hit Monday. KJ Hamler announced on his Instagram account he has been diagnosed with a mild heart irritation called Perkicarditis, if I said it right. He said he would miss some time but intended to be back on the field this season after treatment with medication. Ooh, the Broncos waived Hamler with a non-football illness designation on Monday. Sources told ESPN the move was made to let him undergo treatment and possibly bring him back later if he cleared. Okay, waived and cleared. Sounds so mean. The news came after Tim Patrick, who missed the 2022 season with a torn right ACL, was carted off the field. Oh yes, oh yes. After that, okay, that's not good. Okay, we have the Bronco land has real problems here now. Denver Broncos, that is. I mean, they're having trouble with the one receiver and with the injuries, and now Casey Hamler has to be stepping away for treatment of heart issue. That's that's not that's not oh, it's not good. And then it says, yeah, of course, Patrick suffers the torn Achilles. Okay, so we got best of NFL training camps here. It's wait for the more injuries news on Monday. Oh no, is this from the second week? Every 2023 NFL training camp has begun. Every team is taking the field in preparation for the upcoming NFL regular season, which is just 5 weeks away, and we will have updates every day. Okay, I'm not an everyday kind of person. Okay, so on Monday, Damar Hamlin participated in his first padded practice since suffering cardiac arrest during a game at the Cincinnati Bengals on January the 2nd. Okay, yeah, we know the 49ers are without Nick Bosa, and Anthony Richardson was sidelined, but yeah, it's not a real bad injury or anything like that. Oh, so NFL, Peyton Manning made an appearance at the Green Bay Packers training camp. Wow, that's pretty. That's nice. Oh, okay. It says here. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, for. Okay, so the corner, Corner, cornerback Jalen Ramsey might be back sooner than expected. At least if he has it his way. He underwent surgery on his left meniscus Friday, with Coach Mike McDowell saying Monday that the procedure went as well as it could have, and the three-time All-Pro was in good spirits. Alrighty. Okay, we got. Uh, oh no, this might be a problem for this person's life in general. Okay, it says a judge rejects Commanders linebacker Jamin Jamon Davis' reckless driving plea. Wow. Oh, wow. Why did he reject it? Why did he reject it? That's Washington Commanders linebacker. Is it Jamon Davis faces possible jail time with connection with a reckless driving incident after a plea bargain was rejected on Monday by the judge. Okay, jail time? Okay, Davis has been found guilty of going 114 miles per hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone at 1 p.m. on March 28, 2022, in Loudoun County, Virginia, and was sentenced to 30 days of jail time, as well as a suspended license and a fine, according to the Washington Post. Oh, wow, 30 days in the hole. 30 days in the hole for speeding. Wow, wow. That's. I never thought anybody would ever get, like, jail time, but they must. Well, it must be such a huge problem where, well, if you're very well off, you can just buy your way out of it, and it's like that doesn't scare people with money. When people have money, they can only fine them so much, according to the law. So that doesn't scare them. They already, and, and let's not go about like higher insurance fees. If they're worried about higher insurance fees, you wouldn't be doing it in the first place. Well, 145 miles per hour in a 45. That's reckless driving. I'm not sure in Ontario. I don't know if you'd get jail time in Ontario for that. In Ontario, Canada. I think if something like that happens, I think it would just the car gets impounded, and uh, it's just an email from Microsoft Store. I should just remember. I just tell them I should just don't bother sending me more emails. I don't need anything. I never bought anything, whatever that is. Oh, it's the Microsoft store for the laptop. Yes. Okay, it's just like Google Play Store. Okay. Yes. If in Ontario, I'm not sure we'd get jail time yet, but the car is confiscated and 30 days. I know. If you would ask, see, that's the thing. If you ask him, would you rather spend a person like in his situation in life? Would you rather spend 30 days in jail or get your car confiscated and kept, not just impounded for a couple of days? I mean, I think he'd rather have his car confiscated and the driving license suspension than 30 days in jail. Right now is not a good time for an NFL player to be spending 30 days in jail for it. It's not in the off season. Had it been the off season, it would have he would have it would have his jail time would have been no. It's just weird. I mean, it's once again then there's the two-tier system of if you're a good player in the NFL or if you're just a mediocre player and that could anyone could fill in like second string or something like that because if it's if it's a second string player it would have just been saying what would have been the words team releases player and they would have did the NFL rules of conduct they agreed to when they signed their contract. And one of them is probably excessive speeding, and of course, you got your impaired charges. I mean, they don't have to release players like an NFL team. It's not like they have to, but just like everything else in life, there's always the two-tier system of if you're, you know, if you're a very good player that they need, they're not going to suspend or the worst case scenario is release the player. But like if it's just someone that just was lucky to get on the team as a walk on and they're just gonna say we don't need the trouble. So that's probably another count. The judge knew that he couldn't plead that like if I spend 30 days in jail I'm pretty well released from the team. He's probably released from the team anyways. What they call it the policy like their policy. I don't know. I forget the name of it. Like with the conduct policy. How players conduct themselves outside of the football field and I guess my guess is 145 and a 45. We're not talking kilometers here. That's miles per hour. These are miles per hour, correct? Let's see. Let me take a look to see it is. That's just. I gotta find it again now. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it again. But we. Well, I lost where it was, but yeah, there it is. Okay, yes, he didn't reject the Commanders player was rejected. The judge rejects Commanders linebacker Jamal Davis reckless driving plea agreement. Didn't take it. Nope. Nope. 3 months of house arrest. Wait, 4 days after the incident, teammate this Shaver Everett lost control of his car going. Okay. Oh, this is something else. Okay. Davis has been charged with reckless driving on December 19th, 2021 for going 89 and 65, but it was later amended to 84 and 65, which reduced the charge and resulted in a $150 fine. See, the $150 fine is not much to someone like a player like that, but looking at this one last article. Is Rams running back Sony Michel retiring after 5 NFL seasons. Sony Michel's return to the Rams lasted over a little over a month. The two-time Super Bowl champion told head coach Sean McVay on Saturday morning that he has decided to retire, ending both his second stint with the Rams and his stay in the NFL. Michel, 28, steps away from football with a 3,342 yards rushing and 18 touchdowns plus another 56 catches for 439 yards and 2 scores. Originally a first-round pick of the Patriots, Michel played in the 2 Super Bowls across 3 years for New England, compelling 900-plus rushing yards in each of his first 2 campaigns. He won the Super Bowl, is it 53 over the Rams 2 years before he would eventually join Los Angeles. Following a final year with the Pats that saw him limited to 449 yards over 9 contests, Michel changed course in an August trade ahead of the 2021 season. Then he returned to form under McVay with 5 total scores and a team-leading 845 yards rushing. Michel added the second Super Bowl ring to his collection when the Rams defeated the Bengals in Super Bowl 56. He played 10 more games calling SoFi Stadium home last season, but for the Los Angeles Chargers before they waived him in December. His reunion with the Rams in June this offseason was meant to provide the team with depth along Cam Akers, Kyren Williams, and Ronnie Rivers. Instead, the team will move forward with the contingent in Michel's absence, and the two-time champ will venture into life after football. Oh well, it's becoming a running back story. I guess it must be really tough to be a running back at his age in the NFL. There's no way that he could see Los Angeles, you know, doing anything spectacular this season. And in a running back position, a person's already won 2 Super Bowls. Money isn't a factor for him because else he would still play, collect a paycheck. So, yeah, I guess it goes. That was a category of just the pain's not worth the gain of financial gain, I should say. So the physical pain was not worth the financial gain, and I guess he gets to walk away from football literally without worrying about an injury that's could ruin his life. Wow. Okay, so that's all the sports news I got this week, and this has been my Monday weekly roundup. Okay, I might not do a live stream this Friday, this next Ticats game. It's starting to kill me right now. I'm doing this one. Um, don't even know how much of the microphone has caught my voice. I'm lying down and I've got the microphone placed over my mouth, but yes, yeah, I can't even sit down today to very long. So yeah, I can't sit for an extended period. I wouldn't been able to sit down to do this taping. as they say. Uh, I I taped this and uploaded it. Uh, I tape it and then I will upload it very soon. I don't know how it's gonna come out. Doesn't matter to me how it comes out because I know I'm the only one that's watching this in the future, especially when it's like in this late in the video. Uh, I'm the only one listening to it again, and if I when I play it back, I just know that I gonna play it back in the future, and I don't know how long I'll be doing this channel for, but I seem to have fun with it. I never looked for big views. I've never looked for a way out to be able to be a YouTuber, podcaster kind of deal where I can monetize and do this. I mean, that's on a whole stratus. That's not just on a different level. That's in the stratosphere. That's like we down here on down to earth here, where this channel is, like not even just on the sidewalk. I mean, we're we're not. I'm not even like saying like I could even like this. Like I said, there's no way I even think about like this could be done on a professional basis where monetizing and but of course that all comes in play and it all comes natural where they I understand it comes natural. It would it would have to this would have to be the start of the YouTube era um, to be successful, like in that kind of sense, uh, where you could do this as as just a second thing to make some money. But as it gets as it gets bigger and bigger, the person needs to actually devote more time to it, and they need to have a reliable sources of information, or if they're just gonna how much can you get away with it being monetized and just reading off other articles people have done? I mean, even though it's all these articles are like at least a day old, a day old bread, day old. But uh, yeah, it, like, like I said earlier too. Like I how I don't even care about doing like I don't I whatever like Twitter whatever Twitter accounts. I don't care about what the new name is and all that. I don't even have a Twitter. I don't even have a personal Twitter account. I Sports News Review, the entity I call it. I call it the entity of Sports News Review because I'm not a corporation. I'm by myself. This is all what is Sports News Review? Sports News Review is a laptop with a very inexpensive USB microphone I just got lately, so I can lie down and not and be able to talk into the microphone like I am now. And a whiteboard I had before this. Beginning in my videos, I didn't even realize how to get a screen like it is now. How you just see on the screen. I'm just kind of looking off. I have to turn my head to look at the laptop screen because it's behind me. I'm actually I'm actually behind that board, that whiteboard, which holding up this where it says I could just I reached over there and it says weekend sports and NFL news. That's that board, and I got the old mascot here, the coach. When I do my videos, the coach is The big difference is the live streams. I'm using this two munchies to pretending that it's because it's the CFL I'm doing and it's Canadian. So I'm gonna use two Canadian uh, stuffed stuffed plush toys, as in for Wiley, he's my NFL coach. He's my NFL specialist. I jokingly say. So uh, just look to see if the time was still going in case it was on pause. That's a big problem earlier too. Is I've been paused. I paused so many times. I couldn't remember if I was talking and did I did I did was I on pause the whole time? Well, I think one time I thought it was on pause and I kept on going, but it doesn't matter to me. This was all good. This is all good fun practice, and for just for myself, it's just all fun. Totally having fun. Someone at my age is just having fun with this. Um, I don't even I didn't even tell anybody I have this channel. That's how bad it is with me. I don't. It's like they're not gonna watch the videos. I I can't get people I know to even look at my videos. I just I understand completely. Um, a lot of people just don't have time to waste on. Maybe just click on here and there and get a laugh. But after a while, it's like, yeah, they're not interested. And uh, do I care if people are interested? Nah, I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna, like I purposely now I'm not gonna put on good thumbnails because of it. I'm gonna probably just use that Fox reading the newspaper thumbnail again, just because I had it on AI. I guess it looks amateurish. You can tell it's amateurish, but uh, with I got someone with a better AI program than my freebie one, which now my phone is old and won't accept the what was it, Wamba. Wamba does not support the old Android system anymore. So I got someone earlier, by the way, I had a few thumbnails, and I got some really good thumbnails. You know what? I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna just want to show these really good thumbnails. We'll see if I got. If I think I got them on my. I think I got them on my phone. I just want to show these really good thumbnails one more time that I'm never gonna use right now. I mean, they're just too good to use. Okay, let me push pause here. I could sit for a few minutes. I'll sit down for a few minutes. I'll go over my phone so I could reach over and just show it to the thumbnails. And this is what I'm gonna call. These are thumbnails. They're too good to use. All right. Okay, I found my thumbnails I had from either I did a few or here's one I did, and I totally forgot what it's for, but it's probably too big. It's the picture might not fit as a good thumbnail, but I can't remember what it was for. What did I type in? I should have said. I don't remember what I typed in to get that and why I typed in it, but he's it's crazy how it's generic. It's, it's not even a 21 or a 20. It's a oh, it's just hilarious what the AI does. But that's totally AI. Now here is another one of those AI generated. When I asked for a football stadium, some I can't remember exactly what I typed in for the football stadium. I kept it, but here's another weird of the thumbnail. And I wouldn't use this for anything. I don't even know what I could use it for. No idea. I have absolutely no idea what I typed. Here's the one I asked for about a nice lime green, lime green sports desk, and uh, is this? I asked for. I asked. I remember now. I typed in something like a lime green sports news desk, and this is what I got. I was put in the category of okay. That was fun. This one's kind of good for was kind of good for baseball, but except it's got lines in it like it's football. Like I think I've asked for a baseball field, but because I've been typing in so much football, it kind of blended the two, I guess. And here's another thumbnail. I have no idea when I can ever use it. Even the coach laughed. Even the coach laughed at that one. Let's see, it's corner of an end zone, but it's not. It's really hard to explain that one. Oh yes, yes. I totally forgot what I typed in for this one on the AI, but it's probably just a little too. I think I was gonna put sports news review on the TV screen. I think I could use this one. I think I could. Just gotta add the words to it, because it's. I think I. Wait, Tommy. There we go. Okay. Kind of, kind of looks good. It looks like old days of having like a VCR for. I'd still have a VCR and just for. VCR is mostly for display with the VCR tapes. Uh, DVD player looks like, and some kind of cable box, and and satellite dish, whatever receiver. Like that's kind of fun. Okay, I didn't use this one yet, but it kind of looks like it's a TV screen with like some kind of game system underneath it inside an old TV that is used as a cabinet, which people have done that before. I don't know. The AI did this one too. I added this word sports news review. I guess I kind of could use this one. It's kind of, I suppose. I mean, it's not too bad. Uh, this is the time I asked for Newt Rockney. No, not Newt Rock. Sorry. Uh, the Galloping Ghost. I only typed in the Galloping Ghost football player, and this is what it gave me from the AI. I have no idea. And then how it came up with the number 40, which is odd. And then on his shoulder, the number 40 is now something else. But oddly enough, his shirt is a little modern look. The cut on the shoulder pads is actually the shoulder pads might be too big, but he's got this brim on the hat, which the AI didn't realize. You look at the helmet. Um, you can't possibly wear that because it would hurt someone. The brim, but this is what the AI gave me when I asked for the Galloping Ghost, Red Grange. Just it's just the weird thing is the 40 numbers were odd. How did it? What an arbitrary number to pick. Uh oh yes, this is when I asked for a a coyote. Okay, a football helmet with a coyote on it. This is really good. Actually, this is one of those categories I put in is sorry, coach. When coach sees it's a coyote, this is too good to be used. It's just it would get the well with that would get that would get like an insane like 80, 90 hits based on the helmet, and I was gonna do that, especially if I would with the words here. I type in SNR on it. Somebody would think it's a college team that they never heard of. The SNR Coyotes or Wolves. They wouldn't even know if it's a coyote or wolf, but based on it. But I just typed in SNR on this. I was going to use this one time. Then I'll show you the thumb. I hope I might have it still. The thumbnail I used where it's like that got 72. That got 73 views, and that's not normal for this channel to get 73 views on a video. That is just completely not normal. So that's why I said no. I'm not gonna use. I'm not gonna use that thumb. I'm not gonna use these nice thumbnails like that anymore. But here it is with the SNR on it, and this is definitely. This is what I meant by this. Would definitely got too many hits, just on the thumbnail. I don't. And I said earlier, I don't want too many. I don't want hits on the thumb. This one really. Uh, I I think this one was the coyote wearing a helmet, and this one I put not realistic. This one was in artwork when the categories for the AI to do it, finish it in. So uh, I like it, but the only unfortunate thing is, uh, even with those plastic ears, Coach. I mean, there's no way you can have those plastic ears sticking out of a helmet. They're kind of protruding out, and they're gonna hurt someone, hurt another player. But then again, does the AI know that? But yeah, how does the AI? The AI doesn't think about that. Now this one was too funny. This came under the realistic of Coyote wearing a helmet, and I guess those are. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna guess that the AI made holes for the coyote's ears to come out. This is hilarious. This is the ultra realistic coyote wearing a football helmet. I guess you would need it would be, but could you imagine the cauliflower, like as they say in human terms, the cauliflower ears this coyote would have if it was real? I mean, like yeah, the constant. I don't think it'd last very long. Those ears would be oh my gosh, those poor ears would be destroyed in a couple of plays. But that's the whole point of a helmet, is to protect the head and the skull and the ears from getting ruptured. This one is another category of. If I was to tattoo the SNR Sports News Review on it, this one too would have got a lot of hits based on the thumbnail. Yeah, if I would have pasted SNR, if I would have pasted SNR on that, yeah, that would have got too much hit. That would have got too many hits on the thumbnail. Let's see. I did that. I already did this one. Uh, here's one that's yeah. Okay, here's one. Here's the original helmet. I can't remember what game. Here's the original helmet, which would have seemed fine, but I don't know. You never know. But of course, when this logo's added onto it, Sports News Review (SNR), it's gonna it's gonna look like a college team no one probably heard of, and they're gonna say, "Oh, what college team is that?" And and here I come off getting and here I come off getting hits. Way too many views, but that could generate too many views. That helmet. Uh, there's my generic one. This doesn't see this one. These ones do not. I asked for these ones do not generate a lot of hits just based on the thumbnail. Um, all I asked was the I asked the AI for a news desk. All I asked for is a news desk, powder blue news desk, sports not sports news desk because don't add too many words in the AI. Just and I added the sports news review. That's just like a paste in word. Anyone could do that one. That's nothing. But the actual TV, the walls, the this is all AI. This whole picture is AI generated except for the sports news review, which I added. So this one I did already. I'm going to use this one again. It does not get artificial inflated number of views. Oh, did I do something wrong here? Not really. Okay. It's going to ask if I want to. Okay. I don't know how they're going to come out. I don't see on the TV after. Okay. This one is another one. What am I going to do with all these? Save them for the future if I ever if I actually like in a few years from now or 5 years, if I'm still doing this in 3 or 4 years from now, and I'm getting views on like 50 by themselves organically for 70, then I could start using these logos like this. Like, I mean, sorry, these thumbnails like this one. That is totally generated, AI generated. I just asked for a football helmet. This one was given to me by someone else's AI, but it's still AI. It's not. No idea why it says bar on it. BAR. I asked for SNR on the helmet, but it said bar on it, which is funny. But the no. Here's the. I think I got this. This is the one I said. I said football helmet with SNR uh, written on it, but it gave me this. Okay, it didn't give me the S. I don't know if I did add the SNR or not. I don't remember. Maybe I don't even exactly remember what I typed in the AI, but there's a football helmet with flames. But then I was like, okay, here it is with me adding SNR in a different kind of script, and it fit right into there, and that would look legit. That would actually look legit, and this would probably give too many unnecessary uh, views that I don't deserve. Yeah, flame broiled football helmet. And get it. Okay, this one is an odd one because it's a once again it's it it's a football field but a soccer field at the same time kind of deal. The AI had trouble. Um, I have no idea what I could use this for. You can't even use it for soccer because it kind of looks like a football field, but it's not. You can tell it's not a football field, but it's kind of just yeah. It's just this is just one of those weird ones. This is when you don't have a really good AI program. You just got the generic free one. You're gonna get this, you know. You're gonna get like photos like this. Okay, what's it gonna? Okay, let's see. Oh, yes. This one, I can't remember if I typed it in or no, it's mine. Okay, I do see the I do see it's mine. Okay. I don't remember what I typed in, but it gave me this that this is AI generated, and I can't believe how it turned out so good. Like this turned out really good. If you really want to be different out there, you're a college team. This is something you could take a look at. Where the eyes, whatever bird this is, I'm not sure what bird of prey this is supposed to be, but my guess is like an owl or something like that. And if the eye's in the back with the other wing on the other side, you'll see what I mean in a second. But the AI did a really good job on this one. I love it. I love that helmet. It's something I would try if I was on I would try if I was to a college trying to like design a college football helmet. It's something different, than same old, same old. This one, this one is like the Wash. Is it the Washington Huskies? This NCAA um, Division One. Is it? I'm not sure. I'm kind of just drawing from memory what the Washington Huskies helmet could look like. Because I'm going back from my day when I used to watch a lot more college sports. But I'm getting back into it now, especially this season. I'll have uh, I'll have Sunday's college sports report and Monday's wrap up of the NFL, and of course I'm going to have my weekly picks. Well, I've just started this season, so but this one is another example of this looks too good to be on a thumbnail when your channel is not supposed to generate 80, 90, 70, whatever number views just based on a thumbnail. That's not good. I don't want that. I just don't want that. Yes, I went, I went to town with the AI. Now this is the ultimate one where this is the one where I said, no way can I do this one because there's no. I know I know that this one will definitely generate too many views based on the helmet. Yeah, that's just gonna that SNR will just throw people for a loop. And yeah, we've seen those ones. Then you got the basic. I got all the basic ones. I did some microphones. Okay, so I guess that was DreamWorks. Did I do? Nope. It's the only one I did. Okay, so yeah, those are all the downloaded ones. Oh yeah, I was gonna report on the USFL Championship game. Haven't really gotten around. I didn't really get around to it. So I just asked for a football player holding a championship trophy, and generically, this is what I got. But the words USFL Championship game, that was. I don't know if I was going to live stream it or not. I didn't end up live streaming it, but I didn't end up using it in this thumbnail, and I do have the blank version of it. And what I did ask is just generically a football player holding a championship trophy, and this is what I got. And that's totally funny with me. Um, this one, this was one of the funniest ones I've ever done with the AI, and it was I asked on the 4th of July. So we're almost coming up to a month on this one. I just typed in real quick. I asked it for George Washington throwing the football like a quarterback. And I used this thumbnail, and it was the Happy 4th of July video, which still to this day has no views on it, and NFL news. Uh, I still have not gotten any views on it. I watch it myself, but I go into my own channel, manage videos, and click on that because I don't even want to get the artificially one by accident where I click on my own video, and then gives me one view. I don't even want that. But yeah, like I said, George, this is type. The funny thing is, I'll just say that it has a stadium with the fans in it. The common, they look like common, like say, regiment of an army. But George Washington to me would look more like a football coach than he would, and like it looks more like a football coach during practice, not during the game, than he would a quarterback. Which I understand. He's a little too old to be a quarterback. I should have remembered. I was trying to do tongue in cheek for fun, just like, but I'll show it to the full version of it. I don't in my thumbnail. I think the top football gets cut off, but he's that would even make it more weirder if they caught the full thumbnail. Where it went blank. Okay, where George Washington is holding a football. Wow, tucking a football away. Okay, uh, that's a very strange one, but it's asking the AI a lot. Like of all the images the AI gets, you know, but I did like the background of it. If you can focus in on, I like the whole idea the AI did. You asked for it, you got it, and it's kind of like a Congress, Senate, kind of deal with the background, where the Capitol building and stadiums and stadium stands in the same time. When I zoom, you kind of close it like a kind of just zoom in on it, and so I'd say the AI did its best to try to figure out what the heck did I want in the first place. And like I seen earlier, I don't think that you can expect George Washington to be a throwing quarterback. He's in his elderly years. Yeah, a coach is more like it, a coach or owner. But it's just say like I would say, yeah, he looks. Yeah, to me, it's like, is he sure we're not? You sure he's not a Maybe they're just watching practice. The Continental Army is just watching practice of the team. They're going to play the New England Patriots. I don't. No, wait. I'm wrong. Okay, what will they call themselves? The American Colonials versus the English Patriots. But see, they use the word Patriots too. So it's kind of like in a world that doesn't exist kind of game where they're playing some kind of football game between the colonies versus the British loyalists. Let's see. I guess you could call them the British loyalists. Yeah. I guess it would be the could either be at the time the whatever city, Boston or Philadelphia, uh, colonists or patriots versus the British loyalists. I guess they could call themselves the loyalists. I mean, on the British side, hmm, it could have been fun. I sh- I've I think I tried to do that with the AI too. I tried to get like a red coat, British red coat, uh, playing football or throwing a football, running with a football, but it was too tough. That one was just too. That was asking a little too much of the AI. So there's a lot of limitations to the AI. Um, my spiel on this about the AI and is it's a good tool. Um, I could I could see if I was even a graphics designer buying the best AI program. It's not going to replace me. I don't know why people think that the AI will replace the graphics designer. It's not going to replace the graphics designer. It's just a really good tool, in my opinion, that can be tweaked with because it becomes the property of the artist designer because it's all AI generated, and especially if they paid for it, like they paid the premium for the AI program, and like if you paid $100, even if you're a professional graphics designer, I'd even pay $100 a month for the more for the AI program. It's just a really good tool for me. Like I would say this, it's the AI is a very good tool, and it can just generate an idea, and the graphic that's when the graphics artist work comes into play and tweaks it. Like good idea, but more thinking of these lines, and it's like it's something that like the client I could do that for the client. Just type in words what the client wants. It's running some ideas through an AI program, and like out comes something much better than what I could get because I'm only using the free ones, trial, the trial ones. They just, I have a feeling they'd like to see if my what I suggested was what was expected, and so these are all algorithms that'll be saved in their memory banks of, wow, he asked for a football head with a coyote, and he accepted it. He downloaded it. They know that they know like he pressed download, and because it's my image now, and I'm not worried about like taking someone's copyrighted material anymore because it is my image. I asked for it. I got it. Uh, I had to generate it. Well, the AI generated it. Sorry, I got it wrong. I didn't generate the image. I asked for it, and the AI generated it for it. But if I didn't ask for it, and that's the whole point. I wouldn't even go. Why would I even go on that AI thing if I couldn't use if it was all copyrighted material after? It's like, wait, what's the point? I don't see the point of it. And it's like, there's no point. But of course, that's the free. That's why it's only as good as the limitations of the free. But they still like to use the info, as they say, they use the info just to kind of like see where their AI programs can be tweaked better. And of course, the AI will correct itself by using the AI to venture out and seek what's been out there, people have been asking, and what exactly have they been happy with. And so they can, yeah. Will the AI ever replace graphic artists? I don't know. Um, Not sure about that one. I could, I, I could see companies in trying on their own with their own AI and paying for AI, but they're probably gonna end up going, here's what I asked on AI, and this is what it gave me. But it's not quite what I wanted, but I like it. Like it's like the you know the the George Washington thing. I think what what tweaking would be is to possibly possibly just get rid of that football that he's he's carrying, and just the one that he's holding, the football that he's holding up, and it could look like Coach George Washington. You know what I mean? Having two footballs in his hand was it's probably confusing, and he shouldn't be running he shouldn't be running with the ball. He's kind of in his I can't even run with a ball my age. Imagine back in the day when George Washington was in his what we know as prime. Even though I can't remember how old George Washington was when he was president, but actually, he wasn't the oldest president, but how a sports news channel looks up George Washington in Wikipedia is going to be one of those funniest things right now. Okay, let's just see. There's a difference between George Washington was president and the years between before that because it didn't happen overnight. Whereas when let's see, I'll ask Google for that. No reason. How old was George Washington when he took over the Continental Army? Let's see. Although you,
According to Smithsonian Magazine, although there was no way George Washington could have known it at the time, when Philadelphia's Continental Congress appointed him military commander in June 1775, he was about to oversee the longest declared
oh,
war
he
in
was
American history.
43.
He was 43 years old when he rode out of his Mount Vernon estate in May 1775.
That was it. 43. Whoa, wait. What? Oh, it's those wigs. Those wigs that make people look older. Let's see. It's crazy because how old was George Washington when he was president? I assumed he was elderly.
George Washington was 67 years old when he died in 1799.
That was it. Oh, I thought he when he passed away he was older than that. You know, I maybe I knew that fact, but I never thought of it. But you look at the images and you keep, a person thinking like, yeah, now that I think about it all, at 43 crossing the Delaware, yeah, I guess he could have. Could George Washington been a quarterback? I guess 43, Tom Brady. We're looking at Tom Brady here. So yeah, Washington could have. I, these are all things, facts that are at our fingertips. Okay, now I would have never been able to do all that research. Remember, like this is just a one-person show here. Okay, so with the coach who doesn't talk much these days. He's waiting for the NFL season to start. He's going to do commentating when I do live streaming the Buffalo Bills games. But I like what I'm trying to say is that the like most people have it's like a sports channel. I think there's one I have on my I don't have Roku. I don't even know what Roku is, but it says Rich Eisen, but he's got a YouTube channel, and I thought like you'd have to watch him on Roku. I guess Roku's trying to be this channel. I didn't know existed, but uh, he's got quite a staff like this Rich Eisen for this Roku channel. Okay, so it's got him. He's behind a nice desk. It looks like they're in some kind of strip mall or a mall or something kind of because there's a big window and you can see people. It's the window is not quite blocked off. It's kind of got a drape in front of it but you could tell you could actually see people walking in the background behind it. So you could tell the size of this room, and based on there's two other desks, and it's like the only thing I like how Rich Eisen's desk looks like and everything, but the other two is cluttered. There's like wow, lots of clutter, just a lot of clutter around it. Okay, so the whole point is that, and you have a staff too, of course, a camera. I don't know if it's an automatic cameraman or director, because like who, this is like, I think it's live on Roku, like live on the Roku channel, because it's pretty long. His YouTube or just the YouTube channel he's using is just to promote his Roku channel, and that's all I watch. I just watch his YouTube highlights, and it says there's quite the staff, and then there's two others, that, like I said, and the other two desks, they're quite. Looks like they're a distance apart. I'm like they got too much stuff on their desks. They got too much clutter. It needs less clutter, less stuff on. But my opinion is they need His two assistants need less stuff on their desks. It's just too much clutter. But uh, what was I gonna say is that like he has two assistants that are looking stuff up, and for him to talk also about like they're not just there just to see get him going with questions, but also if one is busy talking to him, the other one is looking up info so they can go. Oh, by the way, you were saying a minute ago about how I was saying about a minute ago about I'll have to correct like I would say that I would have to correct you on age of George Washington. How old you thought he was? I would have said I thought he would have started the Continental Army at 60 or something like that. But then again, imagine crossing Delaware River. Uh, yeah, yeah, it makes all now it just makes so much sense to me because okay, he started the Continental Army in 1775, so I know this is a sports channel. It's supposed to be a sports channel, but I'm trying to say is that like how it makes sense now that if you have your research right there to go, oh yes, yes. Why did I think that earlier when there's no way, you know, George Washington, that's anyone, especially those days. Remember, he passed away at 67 at Mount Vernon, I guess, if that's right. Mount Vernon, North Carolina, or South Carolina, one of those Carolinas. And it's just, if that's the right state, I can't, it's all American history. It's all American history I'm trying to remember from back in the day. And uh, being a young person, seeing those portraits of George Washington, I knew it wasn't his real hair, but I knew it was a wig the whole time. But it just makes everybody look, I guess it makes everybody look older. and that's what I mean. Like, so, well, it's been fun going down memory lane and anyone dispelling the myths that could, like I said, could George Washington been a quarterback for the Continental Army for the I guess the team would call yeah, I guess it would have been the Continental Army versus the he could have been the quarterback. After all, maybe he could have been the quarterback after all. He was only 43, 44. Yeah, it could have been another Tom Brady. But then again, like I said, if it, I, wow. So, wait, what year was he president then? The year, because you got to figure after the war. Uh, let's see some George Washington facts. Oh, no, that's the cherry tree thing and all that. Blah, blah, blah. George Washington, first American president, commander of the Continental Army. That's how they got the commander in chief. After him is like, what? Why? If anyone ever wonders, how come the president becomes commander in chief? Because they just kind of gave it to Washington first. So, and you have a civilian too. So, I'm pretty sure he was a civilian. Well, he was definitely a civilian when he was okay. Uh, okay, let's see. Oh no, this is too many facts on George Washington. I just want to know what year. How old was George Washington when he assumed the presidency?
According to homework.study.com, answer and explanation, George Washington was 57 when he became the American president. He retired at the age of 65. Washington was
Wait.
elected unopposed as the president in 1789.
Oh. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I was always wondering how did it work. What did they do? They had the Constitution written out, but no one ran against them. So I suppose different voting system back then, of course. But okay, so he ran unopposed. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that until that fact, until it was spelled out. And he was 57 when he assumed office. 43. And see, a lot of people forget how long it took between the start of the revolution, the actual revolution, when it happened, and then how long it was, and then the Constitution, and remember that's the Declaration of Independence. We the people, in order to form. That's not the Constitution. That's the Declaration of Independence. So, a lot of good facts to know when I was a lot younger to broaden my horizons on. When I get older, is like yeah, like what year? Think of the age you are in elementary school, and you're being taught American history. Even if you're in Canada, we did American history too also. Of course, we specialize in Canadian history, but we did American history, and you see all those pictures of the founding fathers, the Thomas Jeffersons, and all that. Like I would okay right now as we speak right now. I would think that Thomas Jefferson was really old. Let's see. Let's ask how old Jefferson was when he wrote the Constitution. How old was Thomas Jefferson when he wrote the Constitution? I'm gonna try that again. How old was Thomas Jefferson when he wrote the Declaration of Independence?
According to the White House, in the Virginia House of Burgesses in the Continental Congress, he contributed his pen rather than his voice to the patriot cause. As the silent member of the Congress, Jefferson, at 33, drafted the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, wow. He was 33? Wow. Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. I totally would just base it on those pictures. I know they probably aged. They probably aged differently too back then too. But okay, so wow. Okay, you figure 8 years with Washington, and then 4 years. Is it 4 years with Samuel Adams? Did he go 8 years? So yeah, how old was he when he was president? Okay, how old was Thomas Jefferson when he was elected third president? 57.
According to
Ah,
HomeWorldStudy.com, answer and explanation. Thomas Jefferson was 57 when he was elected and sworn in as the third president of the United States. Jefferson
okay.
first ran for president in 1796, chiefly as a voice against the centralized government established by the Federalist Party.
Okay, that was it. But I don't know if it's 2 terms. Won't get into that. But wow, I learned a lot. Okay, so folks, you could still be young out there. Okay, you still make your waves after 40 years old. Okay, so arrivederci and goodbye.